Hi guys, it's KillCam. Today we're going to do something a little different. Rather than highlighting something I did well or breaking down someone else's awesome game in a guest rampage, today I'm highlighting mediocrity. A lot of you have requested that I do some videos in realistic battles. RBs are something I've deliberately chosen not to get into in the past. You guys have been so good to me though, I feel compelled to do this for those of you who asked. So going forward, from time to time you can watch as I try to learn how to become a competent realistic battles player. First things first, for crying out loud, retract your landing gear, noob. This ain't no arcade battles air spawn. Guys, I'm gonna spare you the tedious climb to altitude via editing. I'm sure there's a channel out there for looking at clouds if that's your thing. In this match, I took a Focke-Wulf 198.4 up to nearly 5,400 meters on the initial climb. You can see my engine temperature is already an area of concern. I'm told a good way to avoid this is to not use WEP and climb with the throttle set to 90%. In this instance, I am over an AI bullfighter and can afford to throttle back during the dive portion of the attack. As my plane drops in altitude, so does the engine temperature at a throttle setting of 81%. Without the benefit of the target lead indicator as it would have in arcade, my initial firing solution is inaccurate. I come around on the AI's tail, and as there's no air reloading in RB, I want to exercise trigger discipline. I'm closing to within 300 meters before I shoot and use short bursts to conserve ammunition. In no time at all, the bullfighter explodes into a ball of fire and the AI is gone. Ordinarily, killing an AI while enemy players are alive is a waste of ammo in RB. As the bullfighter was right under me and the red team was down to a few planes, it was a trivial expenditure of ammo and effort. At this point in the match, the red team is quickly running out of planes. I saw another AI bullfighter over 3 kilometers away at roughly my altitude. There's also an enemy player in a P-47 below my plane ripe for a boom and zoom attack. Note though, the Thunderbolt already has one of my teammates chasing it in a Focke-Wulf 198.4. You guys know I don't ascribe to the notion of so-called kill steals. That said, it would be wasteful to give up altitude just to pad my personal stats when the P-47 is clearly about to get killed. Instead, I continue toward the AI bullfighter while keeping an eye on the P-47 situation. If my teammate should somehow blow it before I reach the bullfighter, I'm in position to mop up the Thunderbolt. Once it's clear that the P-47 is done, I commit to the attack on the AI as the red team only had but 1 or 2 planes left at this stage. The target is over 2 kilometers away and its flight path is taking it toward my gun sight. Because it's running from a teammate's 109, it also is making a slight turn toward me. This is quickly becoming a can't miss opportunity. AIs are dumb and fly so predictably a monkey on crack could make this shot target lead indicator or no. Inside half a kilometer I open fire and 1 second later the second AI is destroyed. Again, not much help to the team as PvE kills in RB don't amount to a lot. The win is almost always eliminating enemy players, which incidentally, my team is just about finished doing. With no player kills and 2 AI kills during the match, I feel as if I haven't done much at all in the game. My biggest accomplishment was probably just not dying, and therefore not contributing to my team losing the game. In RB, with only 1 spawn per player, it seems almost every match ends when our team runs out of planes. All other considerations are secondary to killing off enemy players in RB if you are in a fighter. Hopefully, as I fly in more realistic battles, I will become more useful to a team than just not getting killed. Let's see how I do in my next realistic battle. I'm in an A4 in this game. The plane is at 5,600 meters altitude after the initial climb. Note, I hadn't yet implemented the 90% throttle climbing procedure, so the engine was a bit warm. One thing you'll notice in realistic battle mode is your plane at high altitude is less responsive in the thinner air. That said, as I'm up there I take a look around and survey the developing situation. The first thing that happens is I hear a teammate call for help over the radio. I look down and see him in a Focke-Wulf being chased by a P-39. My initial thought is to dive down and get the P-39 off of him. I change my mind though when I see another teammate in a Focke-Wulf move to cover the guy with the P-39 problem. This frees me to deal with enemies at higher altitude like the Japanese Zero straight ahead. The Zero was climbing and then it rolled over once, pretty much hovering for all intents and purposes in my gun sight. I make some adjustments to keep my plane oriented in the same plane as the Zero, then I just walk my tracers across its flight path until it flies to the stream, and I get the kill. At this point I'm feeling pretty good about things. As long as I don't die, I've already been a net benefit to the team I'm on. I'm not in any immediate danger, so I look around for a new opportunity and eventually spot an F6F at nearly 6,000 meters altitude. I am currently at the highest altitude of anyone on the blue team, so I put the plane into a climb in an effort to get above the Hellcat. The thing is, it looks like he's in position to dive on other teammates who are closer to him than I am. I figured soon enough the Hellcat would be diving and I might get a shot at it. As events unfold, that's pretty much what ends up happening. The only problem is, I'm too far away from him to prevent the pounce on a teammate. Still, I head in that direction hoping in the worst case I catch him for a revenge kill. I take the chance to lower my engine temperature by throttling back while I hover at this altitude. The Hellcat makes a run at a teammate in a 109. The 109 saw the F6F coming through and survives the initial pass, dragging the Hellcat lower. The two of them tangle in a fight and head screaming for the deck, dropping thousands of meters in a blink of an eye. Now as it happens, that pretty much rules out me getting a kill on the Hellcat. The F6F is the last remaining enemy player in the game though, and as you can see, he's not been killed yet. So I show you this in an effort to ask one of you learned viewers, why does he disappear from my HUD? I know the plane is there. Has it gotten so far away from me that it left spotting range? An allied plane is essentially fighting it, I can see that plane, yet the Hellcat is all but invisible to me. I shortly reacquire it after it disappeared, and as the game is nearly over, I'll even dive down to get a lot closer. Still nothing. What exactly is with the spotting rules where I know where a plane is, and it's not too far away, why can't I see it? I hope one of you could solve that mystery for me. You can see my dive here. I drop below 2,500 meters and look all around, and never find it before it's killed. So if any of you have a good idea about why I couldn't see the Hellcat, let me know in the comments. As you can see, when it comes to realistic battle mode, I have a lot to learn. Gunnery without the target lead indicator, the less forgiving performance and physical model, any help and advice you more seasoned RB pilots can give me would be much appreciated. I'll keep putting out videos of me doing RBs going forward, and hopefully you'll see some improvement as I learn. So the second game was a little better. Got an air kill, didn't die, and my team won the game. I'll take that as a positive, I guess. That's all for today's video about air realistic battle mode in War Thunder. If you want to see more like this, click on the subscribe button below. Don't forget to like and comment on the video, especially if you have any insights into the questions I asked. This is KillCam signing off, and wishing you all good hunting.